Yeah, so Bill Belichick apparently has a lot of suitors out there looking for him for that head coaching gig. And Vegas is one of the teams that was interested in him, surprisingly, with Brady having
Yeah.
that stake in the team. And, their relationship hasn't always been the best.
Yeah.
Belichick says that he has no plans to go to the NFL, but could you see something enticing him?
So the fact that this exists is why I thought it was so odd he jumped on the North Carolina job. I understand that, he'd put out feelers and hadn't gotten great responses from the NFL, but I thought he gave up the opportunity to coach in the NFL too early.
Hops, you were saying he was never going to get hired. You were like one of the main guys saying like Belichick, like nobody's about to pick up Belichick.
No, hold on. Wait, no. I don't think that's accurate.
You weren't saying that? Okay, like I remember when it first came out, it was just he put out the feelers and they weren't hitting him up.
Once he took the North Carolina job, I said it was very clear no one was going to hire. Like he did it because he found out no one was going to hire him. But that surprised me. Like so because what you're saying is true, but I think the sequence of events is not necessarily accurate. So prior to the North Carolina thing happening, I assumed he would get a job. I thought the Giants made the most sense, and I thought the Cowboys were a very interesting one. As soon as the North Carolina thing got rolling, I said he must have found out no one was going to hire him. That it was and I'm not going to be left out in the cold, or else why would he take a college job when he wants to coach in the NFL? So that was my true, honest feelings on the situation. It now appears he might have been premature in giving up the opportunity to coach in the NFL, and now folks are saying, well, his buyout's only $10 million. After June 1st, it drops to $1 million. Could he just pay the buyout and go coach in the NFL? I would, and you remember, DeMonze, I had told the story about how, for our younger audience, which you're in, he was named the head coach of the Jets and resigned on a napkin the next day. He cannot do that to North Carolina. I would find it truly objectionable if
it's like
he
a
were
character
to
thing right there.
Yes, exactly right. So I don't want to we don't have to give specifics, but DeMonze has a friend who was recruited by Bill Belichick and, some other players. And the college aspect of these guys, and I understand coaches leave all the time, but you don't, there's never, as a
those kids want to go and play for Bill
20-year-old, they're going to go play for Bill Belichick, and I'm sure someone in their lives have told them, hey, man, there is a chance you only play for him for 1 year because there is a chance he leaves after a year to go back to the NFL, even though he's swearing this is where I want to be. Fine. Nobody thinks there's a chance you never get to play for him. That you have these opportunities, these offers to go to these different schools. You pick to play for Belichick, and 6 weeks later, he's like, actually, I'm going to go coach the Raiders. So I would find it to be egregious from a character perspective. And I'm not accusing him of even considering this, to be clear. But if the news came out, he's void, and I understand the contract allows for it, I just think it would be horrible. And so I don't think it's going to happen. I also wonder how much of this was Brady being like, hey, so you want to work for me for a change? And so there is that aspect to it. I don't think it's going to happen, though. And so I think Diana Rossini said it's, unlikely. And I would just find it to be really poor form, and that's putting it lightly. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show, and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.